Christy Height with the Well Space. I'm a certified personal trainer, and today I will be going over the basic technique for the kettlebell swing. Okay, so the very first thing you want to pay attention to in regards to the kettlebell swing is that this is a hip dominant exercise, which means you're going to power this exercise through extending the hips. Unlike a squat, which is knee dominant, where you're bending at the knees. So what you want to do is, if you were to chop yourself right at this crease of your hip, you would just hinge over that point. You see how that works? Just hinge. It's very different from, the squatting motion. Hinge and squat. So make sure you're hinging at the hip, make sure you get that movement down before you move on. Okay, the next thing we want to take mention of is our shoulder and head placement. So you're going to want to keep your chest open and up. You're going to move your shoulders down, back and down, and that way as you are coming down in your hinging motion, your chest is going to stay up, helping maintain a nice neutral spine. If you let your chest cave and your shoulders fall, you're going to be doing this when you swing, which is terrible for your back. So you want to make sure you're not doing that. Keep your chest open, shoulders back and down, and you want to focus your eyes down towards the horizon. If you continue to look up, you're going to be craning your neck, which is not good at all. So make sure you got the chest open, shoulders back, and looking down towards the horizon. Okay, now we're going to put all this together into a swinging motion. So you're going to stand with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, toes pointed slightly outward, and you're going to come down, knees will bend slightly, and hinge at the hip. When you bring your kettlebell down through your legs, you are going to bring it through, and your wrists are going to touch at the inner thigh. Make sure you're not coming down so far that your elbows are down there. Make sure you're coming down far enough so your wrists aren't in line with your knees. You want to come down and through, wrist touching the inner thigh. Now when you come up, you are going to extend through the hip, squeezing the buttocks, and you're actually going to kind of pop with the hip when you come up. So you're going to come up with that kettlebell, and you're going to have a pendulum-like effect where the kettlebell is going to come up, and you want it to come up in line with your chest. Now, when you come up, you're going to exhale and use that breath to engage your core and bring you up nice and tall. So inhale, exhale. Just like so. Okay, now we're going to add in the kettlebell. So you're going to set the kettlebell down on the floor in front of you. You want to stand, about half a foot from it. Remember, legs slightly wider than shoulder width apart, toes slightly outward. You're going to have a slight bend in the knees. You're going to hinge at the hip to pick up your kettlebell. Now you're going to bring it back and up. Pop. Exhale. Tightening the core and remembering to stand tall. And there you have it. Now it's your turn.